So I'm just laying here. I got to go finish up this job. I'm about to leave here in about 45 minutes. But I was just relaxing, laying here, listening to Tina and Karen's new video. My body is, I mean, it feels like I got in a war. You know what I mean? Like, it is so fucking sore from head to toe. It was like that yesterday, too. Again, yesterday, the night before was when I had the insomnia. Tonight, or just now, this night, I was able to sleep okay. I kept on waking up. And then it would be hard to go back to sleep, but I did get sleep. I just want to get this fucking job over with. So that way I can start catching up on bills again and take the weekend off. So just real quick, I want to point out the reason I even started this video. So I'm laying here and I'm looking up at the ceiling and I'm just listening to Tina Karen. And I just noticed these round shapes kept appearing, and I don't know, those things have always appeared in my eyes, but they kept on appearing and moving like up, and so I just thought it was like maybe the glare from my ceiling light catching my eye, and then so making a round shape, but they were dark shapes, circular shapes about the size of a dinner plate. And they kept on appearing. I was like, what? It's really strange. And as soon as in my mind, I blew it off as, oh, it's just, I've seen those my whole life. They're just, eye floaters or whatever, just flying away. One appeared over to my left here on the ceiling, and it moved up, and then it moved back, and then it moved around, and like it was watching me. And it had it was black, about the size of a dinner plate, and it had almost like, it looked like an eye or a lens. So I'm just observing. I mean, I thought it happened a few minutes ago, and I was just like, well, that's really weird. And then I said, I do not consent. And I said it out loud, and I said, now get the fuck out of here. And it ended up going away. And then there was another one that appeared over here. And then that one was trying to blend into the ceiling, but it was still there. And same thing, I could see it had a, not white, but a light colored lens or eye to it. And again, they're about the size of a dinner plate. And that one took a second, but I fucking told it to get out. And then they were just gone. Then my eyes were fine. I was like, what the fuck? So anyways, I figured I'd make a note of that. My daughter is having problems. My ex texted me last night and said it's probably best that my daughter moves in with me. I texted my daughter and asked her what she thought, and she said, yeah, probably just for a little while. So, this is, and these texts were sent late last night. I went to bed. I got my daughter's text this morning. I texted her back. She probably isn't up yet. So this is all new. My daughter might be moving back in with me. Just a lot going on. My body's sore as fuck. I'm trying, I don't know, man. I mean, I have to let these angers and things out of me. The only reason I'm doing these videos is because every time I hit my head, you guys have heard how many times I've hit my head in my life over and over. And then with these micro concussions over the past 2 years, prior to this last TBI 9 months ago, every time I hit my head, my childhood comes back to me like a nightmare. I mean, it's crazy, so it's obviously there's something there that needs to be resolved and taken care of. And that's why I'm doing this, is because, look, man, I gave up my fucking childhood during the military. I mean, I was done. That shit was over. I thought it was over. I've always thought it was over. I always thought it was done. I was always like, you know what? Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? Why should I drag my mom's name through the mud and fucking expose her for being a fraudulent hypocrite abuser, and that's what I always thought. And I just passed it off as it was done and over with and part of the past. And I learned, and, that's why I was so good at so many different things and able to fit in so many different places, because of the rough childhood I had. So I always looked at things positive, is what I'm saying. I always looked at things. I always took the right side, the bright side, the good side, the light side of things. That was the only way I got this far. But the thing is that shit breaks down. It's false. If there's something there that needs to be taken care of, like what I got going on, it needs to be taken care of. Because like I said, every time I hit my head, it was like a fucking tsunami of emotion. Like I was back to being a child again. Like I was reliving the torture. So, I mean, if you guys can't understand that, you're some heartless cocksuckers. That's all I gotta say. I mean, fuck, dude. What else do you want? You know what I mean? What the fuck? How much torture do I have to explain that I'm in? You know what I'm saying? Fuck you if you can't understand. Fuck you. But again, so coming back to these emotions, even like that just now, it's like it just brings up so much, but I don't sit here angry all day. I recognize anger when it comes, and I just, I'm looking at all these things, like I said, with as little or no emotion at all, and just looking at it as it is what it is and trying to process it. The feelings, the emotions, I mean, I just can't help it. They just got to come out. That's why I lock myself in my house. That's why I don't go anywhere. That's why I don't socialize. That's why I can't socialize. I can't even fucking talk to anybody. I can't have a conversation other than this shit that I'm talking about. And that's only me. As soon as someone else interjects, fucking sends me off on a fucking tangent. You know what I mean? So, it's not fucking easy, and it's not fun, and it's not, it'd be easier to just be dead, man. But, my daughter's moving in. Just a lot going on, man. A lot.